Okay, so hello and welcome to another live lesson with Shrewsbury Town, the Community and Sevendale Specialist Academy. We've got Amy Edwards' class joining us for lesson 3 today. We've got Poppy and Melissa joining us for their third lesson, but we also have a special guest joining us from Shrewsbury Town in the name of Dan Udoh. So we can bring Dan into the show as well. If we give everyone a big wave at home. Fantastic, all set and ready for the session. So if we could get the equipment slide up, please, that would be fantastic. So what you need for the session, you'll need an open space, a drink to keep yourself hydrated, socks, bibs, t-shirt or a t-shirt, 4 of those, 2 people and 10 teddies or toys to play the final game where it gets a little bit more competitive. So if we could have the learning outcomes slide up, please. So what we are looking to achieve. So we're looking to be able to run fast, so running at speed and change direction, so agility in a game. And also to identify which sports we can use speed and agility in. So for example, it might be football. And then also to highlight fair play in a competitive game. So if we could have our next slide up, please. We have a few questions before we start for Dan. So Poppy, would you like to ask your question to Dan first?
What do you feel like school go?
Good question. Probably the best feeling in the world for me. You get really excited and then, you're helping the team win a game. So, yeah, really good.
Fantastic. And I also believe Melissa has a question as well that she would like to ask.
Yeah. I love football.
You really love football?
Yeah, I really love football because I'm not really good at anything else. So football's really all I know. So, yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Super. Thank you, Dan, for letting Poppy and Melissa ask the questions too. So if we could go on to our next slide, please. So this is going to be our first activity and also our second one, a little attack versus defence game where we're going to look at putting our speed and agility into practice. Okay, so we could play the video, please. That would be fantastic.
Attack versus defence. The defender tucks a sock into the waistband of their shorts or trousers. The attacker is aiming to grab the sock while the defender is trying to avoid that happening. Before you begin, clear a safe playing space, making sure it's free from obstructions, hazardous objects and sharp corners. When defending, use quick changes of direction to dodge attacks. When attacking, encourage children to keep their eyes on the target and use explosive lunging movements to grab the sock. When children are becoming more confident, move on to our second activity, one-on-one. In this game, both players place 2 socks into their waistband, 1 on each hip. The aim is to be the first to remove both of your opponent's socks. Children will now need to think about protecting their own socks at the same time as attacking to grab their opponent's. To make the challenge harder, vary the number of socks, only allow one hand to be used, or even restrict the movement of one player, perhaps making them play from their knees.
Sock.
This is going to be
Okay, then. So if we could go on to the skills required for the game, and those are the skills we're going to try to put into activity 1 and 2. So skills required to complete the game, and that's the same for game 3 as well. So you need quick changes of direction. You're going to need your eyes on the target because you're going to need to try and pull the sock out of, for the attacker, you're going to be trying to pull the sock off the defender, and then also explosive lunging movements to be able to grab the equipment. So then activity 1. So one player just needs to tuck a sock into the top of their waistband. Okay, and then the defender is going to be trying to grab off the attacker. Sorry, is going to be trying to grab off the defender. Okay, this is in an open space. Must be in an open space. So watch sharp edges if you're playing in your front room. But you can also, if it's a nice day like it is today, get yourself outside, play in the back garden. So are we ready, Poppy and Melissa? Are we ready to play? Okay, fantastic. And then Dan's going to join in shortly, and he is going to add in some expertise on how to change direction, and you can use that in different sports. Okay, so are we ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Off we go. Play. Okay, so really good work from Poppy and Melissa. Great start. They're trying to defend Melissa using change of direction to move around. Fantastic.
Well done, Pop.
Well done, Poppy. Great work. Excellent work. Okay, so we'll give you another 20 seconds. If you haven't managed to keep playing for another 20 seconds, keep going. Keep going, Poppy. Keep playing, and then we'll switch the roles over if they haven't managed to get the sock successfully. Melissa just like caught it. Okay, fantastic. And hold it there. Great work. Great work. Okay, so we're going to bring Dan in now. Okay, to show. He's going to show you how to successfully, how he might change direction potentially in football. He's got an object that he's going to try and dodge around. Okay, so he's put a pillow on the floor. So if he was in football, in terms of this potentially might be a defender, how he would use to dodge around. So leave it, and I'll hand you over to Dan.
So I'm going to use the pillow as a defender. When I'm trying to dodge the defender, I'd fake like I'm going to one side, so fake like I'm going here to go this way. I don't know if that makes sense. If I was going the other way, fake like I'm going towards my right to go towards my left.
Okay, fantastic, superb. So that's what Poppy and Melissa are going to have another go at playing the game they've just played and see if we can use some of the expertise that Dan just passed across. Okay, so we're ready to play again. Okay, 3, 2, 1, off we go. Play. Go. So if you've got a sock, can you look to defend it? If you're the attacker, can you look to keep your eye on the target and then look to grab the sock? Okay. Good work, Melissa. Well done.
Nice, Melissa.
Good work. Good work. Excellent work, Poppy. Really well done. Okay, another 20 seconds away. Another 20 seconds. Great work.
Mum's winning.
Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and freeze. Good work. Good work. Great work on activity 1. So activity 2, both players now have a sock, okay, tucked into their waistband, okay, so by your hip, okay. So both players have socks tucked in, and your aim is, can you defend your own socks? As you're moving, you've got to try and protect your own socks as you're moving and dodging either side, but then when you've, like we said, you've got to keep your eye on the target as well, but also make the explosive lunging movements to grab, because you might be dodging, and then you'll try and grab one of the opponent's socks. If you do, tuck it in and you can have the 3 socks, okay? So, are we ready to play?
Yeah.
Are we ready, Poppy and Melissa? Excellent work. Okay, Dan's going to ref the game between Poppy and her mum, and Amy is going to ref the game between Melissa and her mum, okay?
Come on, girls.
Okay, are we ready?
Don't let mummy win again. Come on.
3, 2, 1, play. Off we go. Play.
Close.
Well done, Melissa.
Well done. Good work, everyone. Great work. Going. We're really looking at those. Remember to keep your eye on the target and make the explosive lunging movement to be able to grab. You can dodge it, Melissa. Well done. Yes. Good work. Well done. Excellent work. We've got another 30 seconds to play. Another 30 seconds. So remember, like Dan said, if you're going one way, can you look to then go the other way as well? So if you go one way and then go the other, that will help you in terms of movements. Really good work. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Nice.
3,
Poppy.
2, 1. And time. Freeze. Good work. Okay, so Dan, how did the game go between Poppy and her mum?
I think Poppy won 2-1.
Poppy won 2-1. Did you win, Poppy? Excellent work. Well done.
Well done, Poppy.
Okay. And Amy, how did your game go with Melissa and her mum?
Really well. I think you got both socks first, Melissa, didn't you?
Yes, Melissa. Well done. Good work. Excellent work. Well done. So, if we could go now onto our next slide, which is our drink and think time. So you've got a drink, make sure you take a little sip of it, keep yourself hydrated, which is really important because you did some really good work there. So a few questions. So we'll pass this to Dan. We'll give Dan a question in here as well. Okay. So what sports possibly, so you showed it in football, but what other sports could you use changes of direction in?
One that comes to my mind really well is tennis. So when they play tennis and they're having to change direction on the court.
Yeah, superb. No, the tennis is a really, really good one. Have you got any other ones in particular, especially in invasion games?
Volleyball.
I'd probably say netball as well.
Netball, yeah, no, two really good examples there in terms of tennis and netball. So fantastic.
Yeah.
Superb. So if we could now go, so we've had our little drink and think time. So if we could just go back onto that slide, please. Just a few other questions on this. If you are doing the session at home, you can pause it, have a little bit of in terms of a longer rest. So in terms of our objectives, so making it fair. So is it okay to win and lose? And then how can we show it?
Yeah.
So if we don't always win, can we keep trying, but always playing fairly and playing within the rules? And then also, what did you do well? So we'll ask Melissa this question. So Melissa, what did you do well? Because you did really good work there, Melissa.
Udoh.
You got the sock. So the aim of the game, you managed to get the sock. So yeah, fantastic work, Melissa. Well done. Great answer. And Poppy will ask you, what did you do well as well?
Good dodging.
Good dodging, yeah. So you managed to move one way and go the other way, and then you managed to also grab the stock as well. Great answers, both of you. Well done. So if we can now go on to our activity 3, please. So activity 3 is a competition time. So this is where the teddies come into play. It's going to be a little bit of a game. It's going to be end to end, but you still need to keep the 2 stocks tucked in on each player, okay? If we could play the video, please, that would be fantastic.
Teddy collect. Place 5 teddies at each end of the playing area. Each player will need 2 socks tucked into their waistband. Taking it in turns, each player will attack their opponent's end to grab a teddy and return it to their own end. Only 1 teddy can be taken at a time. If the defender manages to grab a sock from the attacker at any time during their attempted attack, then the teddy must be returned to its original position. It's then player 2's turn. The objective is to collect all the teddies at your own end. Remember to use your body position, your explosive speed, and your quick changes of direction. But most of all, have fun.
Okay, so once you've got your teddies set at either end of your room, you need to decide who's going to be the attacker and who is going to be the defender first within the game. And then you change after each go. But this is really important where Dan showed in terms of being able to dodge. So if you've got the ball, so as you can see, got the ball in the middle of the room, you're going to dodge around. So I'm going one way and then I'm taking off and going the other way. That will allow you to get past your defender and then go and be able to try and collect the teddy and bring it all the way back with keeping your socks or jumpers or bibs, whatever you've got tucked into your waistband. Okay, so are we ready to play then, Poppy and Melissa? Are we ready to go? So Amy, if you go and ref the game between Poppy and her mum, and Dan, you now ref the game between Melissa and her mum. Okay. Okay, are we ready to play?
Yeah.
Are we set? 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Off we go. Remember, once you get past, can you collect the teddy and then bring it all the way back? And then remember to switch your roles. You both get a go at attacking and defending. Excellent work. So then once you've got it, bring it all the way back. Bring it all the way back.
Back to the start.
Get another teddy. Oh, Poppy's mum got both socks.
I did. but
Okay,
she
and then make sure you
also got
switch
all the
over.
pennies.
So switch over. We'll give you another 30 seconds. Another 30 seconds to play.
I know
No, Poppy, you let mommy win.
Come on, Poppy, keep going. Excellent work. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Go on,
2,
Melissa.
1, and time. Okay. So Dan, how did your game go?
I couldn't see, but it looks like I thought Melissa won. Anyways,
Okay, fantastic. So Melissa, good work. Okay, well done. And Amy, how did your game go?
I think Mum and Poppy were both brilliant. They had socks and teddies.
Okay, fantastic. So they both had a really competitive game. So if we could go on to the easier and harder, so ways to make the game harder and easier. Okay, so potentially to make it a little bit easier, you could put the defender stays on their knees. Or for making it harder, you could have more socks showing. So you could have 3 or 4 socks maybe. Okay.
3 or 4.
Okay, and then also you could have attacker. The attacker potentially must either walk or hop. So you've got to find different ways. Okay.
Yeah.
Or the defender could be standing up. Okay, so when they're defending, they could be standing up. So I think for Poppy and Melissa, instead of we won't be kneeling down now. The defender is going to be standing up when they're trying to grab the bib. So the attacker's going to have to move a little bit more and do better dodging to go either side. Okay, so are we ready? Are we ready to play?
Come on, stand up.
Okay, so same repping. So Amy, you still ref your same game, and Dan, you still ref your same game. Okay, we ready? Okay, we'll play in the next 5 seconds. Just let Poppy and Melissa get set. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. Off we go. Go, go, go. Oh, was that great? Did you guys get that then, Poppy? Excellent work. Yeah, good work, Poppy. Well done. Keep going. You've got another minute to play. We've got 1 more minute of the game remaining. Great work by everyone. So remember, if you're playing the game at home, you can play indoors, right, or you can get an area big or as small as you want to. It's really important to focus, like Dan showed earlier on, being able to dodge one way and then go the other way and then use your speed to get away from the defender. Okay, excellent work. 30 seconds to play. 30 seconds to play.
No.
Great work.
Defending, Poppy.
And we will hold it there. Okay, really good work.
Never mind,
Never mind, Mum.
If we could go on to our last slide, please. I've just got a question each for Poppy and Melissa. Okay, so P is now finished. The games are now finished. Poppy and Melissa put fantastic work on working on their movement and speed and agility over the last 3 lessons. But I just got a question for Poppy and Melissa. We'll go to Melissa first. So Melissa, which has been your favourite activity or your favourite even lesson?
She's laughed more on this one.
Okay, so in terms of, so maybe this was Melissa's favourite favourite lesson out of the 3. Okay, so fantastic. And also we're going to Poppy, which has been your favourite either lesson or activity.
So this one.
Yeah, you
love big and small. She liked the big and small game where you had to grab the big one or the small one.
Okay, yes. So when you were pulled out, you have to choose either big or small. Yeah, good. Well, remember, Poppy. Okay, that was really good. You did really well at that as well. So well done to Poppy and Melissa. And a massive thank you as well to Dan for joining us today and passing on some expertise in terms of changing direction. A massive thank you for Amy for putting everything together for each session. Okay, so really well done, everyone. Massive thank you. Take care and stay safe.
Well done, girls.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.